Do we know for a fact that Jesus rose from the dead? Whenever I express doubt about that, I often hear the same response from Christians. If the disciples made up the story, why would they be willing to die for a lie? It might surprise you, but we actually have very little historical evidence that most of the 12 were martyred, let alone martyred for testifying to the resurrection. In fact, for most of them, we don't even have reliable records about how they died. What we do have are later legends, often written a century or more after the fact. Let's take Andrew as an example. The earliest source we have for his martyrdom is in the Acts of Andrew, written in the late 2nd century. And even in the Acts of Andrew itself, Andrew isn't executed for preaching the resurrection. He is crucified because he convinced the Roman proconsul's wife to abstain from having intimacy with her husband. In other words, his death in that story has more to do with disrupting a marriage than with testifying to a historical resurrection.